Imagine being so desperate for shelter that your only option is a storage unit and then you get handcuffed for it. So I know these two girls that had recently become unhoused. They had decided to stay in their storage unit and they were not on substances. They did not have schizophrenia or serious mental illness. A lot of people think that all homeless people do, but they just came on hard times. So one of the girls had a storage unit, so they decided to stay the night in the storage unit, and some prick that had a unit across from them ended up calling the police. They got arrested for criminal trespassing. The girl whose unit it was got an immediate eviction. They threw out everything, all of her stuff, everything she owned was in that storage unit. They threw everything out, did not give her deposit back that she paid for that storage unit. They were not bothering anybody. They just wanted to stay the night in there because they were afraid to sleep out on the street. It was awful. They say that there's like 775,000 unhoused people, but I would guarantee you that it's almost double that, because that number does not include like families that live with other families or people that live in sheds in other people's backyard or just crash on other people's couches. And so we'll say 1 million, even though we know it's higher than that. But that is 1 in every 340 people that is homeless in the United States. That is crazy. I live in Florida where a 700 square foot apartment is $2,000 a month. So, you know, I got all these comments on my other video about people saying they're mentally ill and they can't take care of themselves. That's just not the case. Everything is so expensive that even people that work 2 or 3 jobs cannot afford housing at this point. 25% of Floridians are eating off of credit. The saddest part is the government knows how to fix this. Housing First has proven to work, but they would rather just lock these people up and make money off of them in the Department of Corrections. It's disgusting.
Have you ever noticed how people often don't pay attention to a problem until it starts affecting them personally? That's exactly what many people are talking about right now. Across social media, more American Magas are sharing videos about rising housing costs, increasing rent, and the growing difficulty of buying a house. Families who once believed home ownership was within reach are now saying they are being priced out of the market. While others are struggling just to keep up with monthly payments, the conversation has become especially heated because many online users are connecting today's housing challenges to past political decisions. Some people argue this problem have been building for years, while others believe recent economic conditions have made them much worse. No matter where you stand politically, one thing is becoming harder to ignore. Housing affordability has become a major concern for millions of Americans. That's why this story is getting so much attention, and the reaction online have been impossible to miss.
I've been living in this camper for over 2 years, trying to save up enough money. While my daughter lives in my grandparents' house where I grew up. My daughter does not know I'm doing this, and hope to God she doesn't see this video. Please don't scroll. I bought this little pre-built shed off of my mom, and I've been building on 2 bedrooms, a bedroom for me and a bedroom for my daughter. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as I can. So I'm a recovering addict. I've been sober 3 years. Me and my daughter have not been able to actually live together in the same home since she was 8. I've been in and out of prison and trying to get my life right. So for the past 3 years, I've been working my butt off, saving up money. I moved into this camper to save even more money. I don't have credit, so I finally saved up enough to buy this and build onto it so that we could live together. The thing is though, these rooms are so tiny. So this would be one room, just this little area right here. And I want to be able to surprise her with a room that's actually decent size with a walk-in closet because she has never had that. I've never had that. All I'm asking is that you just watch this video all the way through, maybe hit the heart, maybe repost it. I'm grateful that I was able to save up enough to do this, to be able to surprise her and build on her own room on this side would just be amazing. If you've made it this far in the video, I cannot tell you how grateful I am to you. And hopefully one day soon, I'll be able to come back and tell you that I saved up enough money to build my daughter her own room and walk-in closet on this side that's actually big enough for all of our stuff, and we can live happily ever after until she moves out.
Please, in the name of God, I beg you guys, nobody should choke. Okay, I will try as much as possible not to leak the location. Nobody should call the cops. Nobody should call and report we are staying in that bitch. I beg you guys in the name of God, bro. Che, we finally got a storage. Che, let me show you guys how I slept last night, bro. See, first of all, we put this right here. We put this box right here in case somebody is passing. Come, let me show them. Come, stand here. In case someone is passing, they will just see that boxes are here. But behind those boxes, Che, there is mad shit going on behind those boxes. Come on, let me show you. Che, this is where I'm trapping at, bro. This is where I'm trapping at, bro. This is my whole life, my whole setup. This is my whole room shit. Let me get some W's in the chat, bro. W's, bro. Let me get some W's, for real. Let me get some W's. Let me get some W. All glory and honor and adoration be to God. And the second one for myself, not giving up. And the third one to all the people that dropped the donation, bro. Especially Best 77 with the motherfucking $350 dono, nigga.
The man living in that storage unit with his girlfriend or wife, y'all can't ever say that women don't like broke men, because they be right back there with y'all. Smiling back there like a ventriloquist dummy in a storage unit talking about, oh, this is why I exercise. And I'm not even making fun, because I know people's situations are bad. But the thing is, there's probably people living in that place and hear him saying that and are thinking, you are going to mess it up for everybody in here. I know some people are just staying in there to save up their money so that they can find another apartment. And you're just over here grandstanding, going up front to cook your meats, telling the whole world what you do. And there are people who own the storage units who know people are living in there, and they look the other way because you pay your rent on time and you're not doing anything crazy. You are blasting loud music in the hallway and cooking hot dogs out front, and that lady in the back with him sleeping on that couch. You make it so easy. And what happens when you get caught and they check all the storage units? It really ain't fair. Like, stop video recording things. I'm adult. Stop recording everything and posting it on the internet.
I'm currently living in a storage unit. My landlords decided not to renew my lease this year, and the apartment that I applied for won't be open until October 1st. I have family here in town, but here I am, living in the storage unit. And the bad part is your access gets denied after 10 p.m., so if I am to leave right now, I wouldn't be able to get back in. Here's my setup. I got my bed right here. Don't come at me. I'm literally living in a storage unit, bro. And how I lock myself in here to ensure that no one comes in here is I use this rope and I put it under my TV stand. And that makes it to where this door can't open from the outside. I've also dummy locked it to where it looks like someone isn't in here and they've got their shit locked up. So when the employees walk by, they don't know I'm in here. Slowly getting back to my feet, you know? Come join the journey. Follow.
All right, by live out of, I mean I have built this so that I can come and go super easily. So, it's super cramped in here. Follow along. Okay, we are in an 8x10 storage unit. I found a special where I could pay $55 a month. He ended up giving me a 4-month deal on that. And then it'll move to about $110 a month. This is what I've built out of it. My dresser is back here. You can see, like, I can totally get in it, get all my clothes, everything. This is my closet. I actually have a full-length mirror, and I have enough space in here to get dressed. My shoes are in there, more storage in there. I've been able to set this up a little bit like a living room. I've more storage stuff, some water, blanket. I've got a chair that I can sit in here and put my feet up. I built this up here for extra hanging, clothes, whatever. This is my kitchen. I can grab stuff, come and go, my cups, cooking, everything. Down here in my buffet is my pantry. This is terrible and hard in such a small space. My pantry down here is actually my bookshelves now, so I can pull these out, grab the books that I want, and go put them back. I created another little hallway going this way. I'm waiting on the rest of my pretty storage bins, but this is all my crafting stuff. If you know me, I craft and I sell stuff for extra money. And then we come back out here. Here's our little hallway still. Those 4 bins are literally just storage for someday if I have a house, I guess. I don't know. This is like my DVDs, board games, swimwear. As soon as you walk in, all my clothes are hanging right here. Back behind there is even more storage for like all my camping stuff. If you know me, you also know that I'm an extreme couponer. So here's all my product. Here's all my bathroom supplies. And, yeah, I did all of that. Oh, extras, whatever. In a storage unit that I can just roll up in my car and do what I need to do and come and go as I please for $100 a month. So I don't have to pay $500 a month. I've just freed up $400 a month that I can put towards past debt. So maybe someday I'll have better credit and can qualify to buy a camper, so I'll have a home.
Hey, Auntie Duckland. So that couple that's been living in the storage unit, right? That got kicked out. The homeless couple that got kicked out of the storage unit, right? The girl. Something ain't right. Something ain't right by that girl. I mean, yeah, she's 21 and he's 28. But something ain't right about that girl. Because that man's been homeless since March, right? And you've been laid up with that man, right? That man had you sleeping in a car. He had you sleeping in a tent in the snow. A tent in the snow. Okay? Then he had you sleeping in a storage unit. You ain't see nothing wrong with that? You just thought, like, this is okay? Like, no. Like, if this man had you doing all this and you only 21, imagine what you'll have other people doing to you in the future. Like, And then you sitting there, all these people in there defending him and his bull crap when he's sitting there talking about he don't want to work. Listen, girl, go home. Go home and let that man figure out his life, okay? Because he doesn't want to work, okay? And he's looking for handout. And when all that money stopped coming in from TikTok, then he's probably going to turn to you and tell you to go find it. So, that ain't it, honey. That ain't it. You need to go on home and let that man figure out his life, because that ain't cute. All right, bye, y'all.
Before we continue, I want to take a moment to give credit to everyone whose reaction clip, opinion, and publicly share video appear in this episode. These clips are used to help discuss, analyze, and reach to the ongoing conversation from different perspectives. I truly appreciate everyone who has shared their experiences and viewpoints, because hearing different voices help us better understand what is really happening across America.
Living in a storage unit. I used to work at a storage facility, being that student loans are going to have to probably be repaid soon, and 50-50 if you get that waiver of $10,000 to $20,000, your living situation may change drastically. That is why I am doing this. Step 1, be a ghost. Don't be seen by employees or tenants, or be seen as little as possible. Go in before or after the employee gets there, outside of normal business hours, so they don't see you. If you are there during normal business hours, don't be seen. Make it look like you're not there. If you're in hot or cold climate, you're going to want to be temperature controlled. Temperature controlled units typically stay between 55 and 80 degrees. Meaning that you can stay there throughout the winter and summer and not die, which is very, very good. Don't get an outside unit if you're in a crappy climate. Step 3, electricity. Find a unit that has electricity. Some do, some don't. Get a leak cord, essentially. But the thing is, you can't be seen with the leak cord. If someone sees a leak cord sticking out of your unit, you're going to get kicked out pretty quick, whether it's by a tenant or whether it's by the employee actually seeing that plugged into something. Not a good idea. Solar-powered generators or solar-powered anything for your phone, hot plate, water, whatever. Bathroom situation, you're going to have to go to a public bathroom. There's no getting around that. If you're lucky and there's land, you may actually be able to bury it, which isn't a terrible idea. Get a shovel. Don't keep it in your unit. If there's a dirty, disgusting smell, you'll get reported. You'll get kicked out. You don't want that to happen. What else? Oh, lock-wise. Make it look like your unit is always locked, even if it's not. So if at night, if you're sleeping in it and it's closed, keep it in the open position, but put the lock on it to make it look like it's locked. Maybe put something on it to make it so nobody can actually open that door at night, because I have had that happen before, where a tenant was sleeping in a unit, somebody came in, they thought it was unlocked, they went to open it, and they saw them sleeping in it, had to kick them out, unfortunately, nothing you can do about it. Time-wise, when you go in for the night to go to sleep, and after about an hour of you going in for the night, put in the code to exit, so it looks like you left, but don't actually leave. And then in the morning, if you don't have a car and you're walking in and out of it, just sneak out behind a car. Wait till you see a car come, sneak out behind it. That way you're not putting in the code again, and it doesn't trigger the employee to look into that. Some do, some don't. Depends how vigilant that particular employee is. Overall, try not to be seen as much as you can. Temperature controlled is your best bet. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I know this is one of my longer videos, but financial situations change, things happen. Good information to have.
So I live inside of a storage unit. They give you a house tour. This home's not where the heart is. Home is where your shit is. So this is my front door. Very secure. These are all of my things. This is a log of everything I own. 3 e-bikes. 1 got stolen at Burn. 4 trash bags of costumes. 1 vintage popcorn machine. A case full of snow stuff. My skydiving gear and base rig. 2 snowboards and 1 set of skis. Now the problem was I wasn't the last person in here. And so now I have to reorganize everything. So I come here between every single trip that I do. I just got back from Chile, which means I have to drop off my snowboards. So I pick up all my wetsuits and my skydive gear because I'm going to Africa and then Italy. Even though with my new job, I can afford a place to live, this is just a hell of a lot more convenient if I'm not going to sleep here. The hardest part of this actually is figuring out what clothes to pack for each trip, which I guess is the hardest part of every trip. Somehow it's way harder when you're trying to go for like a month or more. This is the face of someone who just did the math and I'm leaving for 2 months. That's a really long time. 2 biggest packing hacks, 1 packing cube and 2 overpack. Always overpack. For Africa, I've got my fins and all my other dive gear. And for Italy, I have all my base jumping gear. My just in case suitcase. Everything else that I could ever own, except for the stuff that lives in here. Now that I was the last person in here, it's all nice and organized. And that's pretty much it for my bi-monthly trip home. That's pretty much what it's like living in a storage unit and repacking every time.
The way that man justified and or gaslighted us to think him living in that storage unit was okay. He showed you the amenities to his crib. He said the bathroom anybody could use. It's for the public. He said this is the recreational room, running up and down that hallway like he wasn't supposed to do that. Knowing he might get evicted from his storage unit if he got caught. He said electricity is free. Hot food, no problem. Cold food, not an issue. The best part, there was a girl in his bed. There was a girl over, knocked out, on the couch. Ladies, a man asks you, hey, can you go get me some food? You talking about some no. There's a woman out there who'll do it, especially if she's willing to sleep in a storage unit. Fellas, if we learn one thing from that video, you're not asking for too much. You are not asking for too much. If she says she too bougie to go to the Cheesecake Factory, just know there's a woman that's out there that's gonna love you, even if you living in a storage unit.
To every single one of you watching, thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Your support, your comments, your like, and your thoughtful discussion are what keep this community growing every single day. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. If you found this video informative or thought-provoking, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next discussion. Most importantly, I want to hear from you. Do you think the housing crisis has reached a turning point, or do you believe things will improve? Share your thoughts in the comment below. Until next time, stay informed, stay respectful, and I will see you all in my next video.